Hello friends, today we are going to see about a new concept that was called generative adversarial network. This model is come under Gen AI. Uh, in latest in latest technology, we can hear this word regularly. This was an current trend in AI industry, that was generative AI. In short form, we will call this as Gen AI. What is meant by Gen AI? Gen AI is a deep learning model that generate new data like high quality text and images and other content based on the data they trained on. Um, in normal machine learning algorithm, or it can be a deep learning algorithm, we use huge amount of data, but when compared to other technologies like ML or DL, this Gen AI model will train on huge number of data when compared to ML and DL. This data can be having a content of more than million or trillion data. Trillion data. Okay. Basically, a generative AI learn patterns and structure of data with the help of neural network. We all know about neural network. A neural network is the base thing for an DL. The generative AI is emerged from this DL. For example, AI is a field. In this AI, machine learning is subset of AI, and under this DL is subset of ML, and generative AI is subset of DL. Okay. These generative models are the generative AI models are mostly used in NLP, and for example, these generative AI models are used to generate content. It used in content generation, and by using generative AI model, we can create Q&A chatbots. Like we all know about OpenAI, and we all know about the another model is Copilot. Another Copilot. These models are called as LLM models. These are emerged from this generative AI, and the generative AI models are also used in analysis purpose. For example, analyzing a data, and it also very useful in healthcare and finance to generate data. Okay. In generative AI is emerged because of two major models. One is generative adversarial network and another one is transformer. These two models are morely contributed to generate data. These transformers are used for generating text, and this model generative adversarial network is used for generate images. Today we are going to see about generative adversarial network. Okay, this generative adversarial network is shortly called as gen model. There are so many gen models are there. Now we can see a basic structure of an gen. In a gen model there are two things. One is generator and another one is discriminator. These two blocks is the main thing to generate text or an image. Okay, what is the purpose of these two models? The generator is used to create fake input or a sample. Next, what is the purpose of discriminator? A discriminator will take the sample or it can be a image from this generator, and then it figure out whether the sample or real or fake. Okay, the main aim of generator is to create a fake image or input or a sample, and the discriminator aim is to take the sample from the generator and to figure out the sample whether it is fake or real. It was a task performed by this discriminator. Okay, then how this generator and discriminator will train? We can see these steps using some example. By an example, the main aim of generative adversarial network was to create a generator, to train a generator to create a convenience fake data. That means whenever a generator creating a image, the discriminator will have to confuse and answer it as this input was real. We want to foolish the discriminator. Like that we want to train the generator. First, the first step of to create a gen model. First, we need to train a discriminator model to recognize a picture. Let's for this we can take a example of flower. We first of all we need to train the discriminator. First of all we need to, the first step is to train the discriminator to detect the main first of all we need to train a discriminator. We need to train a discriminator to detect the image, whether detect the image. It here we can take the example as well. We want to train the discriminator to detect whether the image is flower or not. First of all we need to train the discriminator, and then we need to feed a lot of images of flower into discriminator. The discriminator will detect the images whether the images are flower or not. The discriminator so to do that we need to feed the flower input to discriminator. The discriminator will look at the pattern, color and shapes and shades of flower, and then it store the patterns and structure of the flower. After that, whenever we are giving a new input of flower, it can able to detect whether the given images are flower or not. When we need to feed the flower images to discriminator, and we need to train this discriminator until it become good to recognize the real flowers. When we finally train the discriminator, a discriminator have a ability to detect the incoming images, and it answer it whether the incoming input are flower or not. Now this discriminator is ready for the next task. Now after training the discriminator to recognize the images, we need to train the generator. For generator, we going to take a random input vector. We need to take a random input vector and given to the generator. The generator use this vector and create the fake flower image. Flower image. And then the generator will give the generated flower image to the discriminator. The discriminator have to take that these fake flower images, and the discriminator need to make decision whether the images given by the generator is a fake or not. When discriminator detect that the given input flower is fake, then we need to retrain the generator, because let's take an example of zero sign game. In zero sign game, there will be a winner and there will be a loser. Winner or loser. In that game, who win the game, that person will remain in unchanged. The person who lose that game, they need to change. They need to change like this. The generator aim is to create a fake images of flower, and discriminator aim is to detect the incoming image whether it is real or fake. When the generator is generate a fake image that was fed into discriminator, the discriminator is correctly identified that the given input by the generator is a fake image. Then in this game, discriminator is win, so that this generator will change its weight. After updating its generator weights, it then create another fake image and feed that image into the discriminator. The discriminator again detect that the image generated by the generator was fake, so that the generator is again win the game. So that once again generator need to update the weight and create a fake image and feed that image into the discriminator. Then this discriminator get the input and detect that this image was a real flower. It answers it as the given input is a real flower. Then this time the generator is win the match. The discriminator not able to recognize that the image given by the generator was a fake image. So this time the generator will not change its weight this time, but this time discriminator is not able to recognize the image, so that it need to update its weight. Then generator again generate a fake image and feed it to the discriminator. It again detect it, and depending upon discriminator result, the weight updation will be happen to the generator or the discriminator. like this, like this pattern was done in a loop until the generator create a good fake image, and discriminator need to detect that image as real. For the generator giving 100 images, the discriminator is detect that the 100 images are a real images, so that finally we train the generator that the generator is good capable of generating a good fake images. Okay, finally our goal is to, our main aim of Gen is to create a generator that can capable of creating fake images, good fake images. Finally we train the generator, because the generator is capable of generating a fake images, and the discriminator is able to detect that fake images as it wasn't real images. This was the whole concept of Gen. The whole process of Gen is not just to create a real good fake images. It also very useful in predicting immediate futures, like if we feeding a video frames to this model, and this Gen model is capable of predict the next frame in a sequence. It can capable of it can capable of predict the what is going to be next. For example, in a video there is a scenario, but we did not know what's to be happen next. But whenever you feeding this video to the Gen model, it can capable of recognize, or it can capable of predict what will be happen in the next frame or in the next sequence. For these kind of things we can use Gen model. This Gen model is very useful in make a storybook from an video, and also this kind of model is very useful in enhancing low quality images. For example, for another example, we have a image that having a low quality. Whenever we can train a gen model so that whenever you feeding that image to the gen model, it will give an output of that image with a high resolution without having any noise in that image. For these kind of applications we can use gen model, because we are giving an input to the gen model. It take that input, depending upon that input it will generate a new content. That means we are giving a old photo, it will generate a new image, but that image having a high quality. For these kind of purpose we can use gen model. Or whenever we feeding a video to the gen model, it can able to predict what will be happen at the next frame. It will capable of doing this kind of works. And another example we can say that we have an video, but that video does not have subtitle. By collaborating the gen model with transformers, we can automatically generate subtitle for the videos that that the videos that not having a subtitle. For these kind of applications we can use gen models. Let's see what kind of gen models are there. Types of gen model. There are so many types of gen model. Let's take for example here, this is the basic structure of an gen. We are giving a random vector to the generator. A generator will generate a fake image, and discriminator is making a decision whether the image are real or fake. If that image was real, then a discriminator will losses in the game, then it update its weight. When discriminator is able to detect that image was fake, then a generator lost the game, so that it need to update its weight. And initially we trained the discriminator to be capable of recognize that whether the images are real or fake. To make it happen, we giving a real example images to the discriminator. Based on that images, it will train, and then it able to detect the incoming input. This is the overall cycle of gen model, overall flow and architecture of a gen model. Okay, I think you can understand what is happening inside the gen model. Tomorrow we can see about the transformer model. That was another Gen AI model. This was the base model for most of the modern LLM models like Llama 2, and OpenAI uses GPT and GPT-4, and Copilot using another models, and Google using Gemini and Plum. These kind of models are come up with the help of these transformers. We can see the transformer architecture tomorrow. Thank you.